Today is the start of the new Premier League season. We take on Crystal Palace. Hopefully this season we can get into the top 4. Hello everyone, I'm Dan. Welcome to part 13 of Fearless Foxes, our Director of Football Challenge with Leicester City. Hope you are doing well. And first of all, apologies. I've got a bit of a bad throat and a cough. So if there's a lot of jump cuts in this episode, I apologise for that. And there was one right there because as soon as I said about it, I coughed. But anyway, we're gonna troop through and hopefully still bring you a decent episode. Let's get straight into it then, because today we've got Crystal Palace at home in the Premier League. We started last season against Crystal Palace as well, I realise, so it's funny that we've got them for the first game as well this year. But first of all, there's a little bit of transfer news to go through. So as we mentioned in the last episode, we need a backup keeper after Danny Ward left for Getafe, I think it was. And this is the one we brought in, Franco Petroli. John Rudkin's brought him in. His current ability is 2-star, potential 2.5. Not that excited by him, to be honest. His attributes don't look too bad for a backup keeper, so it's not the end of the world. He's not going to be challenging Schmeichel, that's for sure. But you know, it could be a bit of a bargain. £1 million he's valued at, and he could be, you know, he might grow into a good player. You never know. But as a backup for now, should be okay. At least we've got a backup keeper. Because before we were just playing someone that I'd never heard of in the last episode, didn't we, on the bench in the Community Shield. He was just sitting there, never heard of him, so he's obviously a part of the dev centre, but nowhere near first team squad level. So Petroli is in. One man we're also in for as well is this guy, Xaver Scharlager from Wolfsburg. Anyway, a very good deep line playmaker. Look at that, 4.5 stars apparently in that role. What a player this would be if we can actually pull this signing off. First touch is great, passing. If we just highlight the key attributes for role, is that highlighted? It is. Been a bit buggy. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Sometimes it doesn't highlight, so I always make sure it is. Passing superb. Vision is another one you should be looking at as for a playmaker. 15 to 17, fantastic. Work rate is superb. Good stamina and strength. I want a lot of stamina in my team. He's very aggressive as well. And he looks like a real good player. Got a good long shot on him as well. So he's someone that could be battling with Tielemans in that midfield with a deep line playmaker role. And very excited about bringing this guy in. I'm not sure how much we've offered. We've offered £29 million with a future, well, potentially going to be 40 million with all the add-ons and whatnot. £29 million up front this season, and then 5.5 for the next 2 seasons. Yeah, so I'm quite excited about him. He's the first one I've got rather excited about. So hopefully we can bring him in, and that will be a good signing and a good addition to the midfield, although we do need defenders, John Rudkin. Go and buy some defenders. Anyway, let's get straight into it then. Crystal Palace at home. First day of the Premier League season, and the team looks like this. It's Kasper Schmeichel in goal, James Justin, Kaglas Oyuncu, Fofana, Tomiyasu getting his Premier League debut, Wilfred Ndidi and Yuri Tielemans in midfield, Harvey Barnes, Maddison and Vlasic out on the right. I know he didn't have the best of games out there. He's right-footed, so not ideal, but he's going to start as an inverted winger on the right-hand side with a right foot. Hopefully, it will go well. And Jamie Vardy leading the attack. How old is Vardy now? Is he 34 or 35? 34 years of age. And he's still leading our front line. Hopefully, he can grab himself another 24 goals this season. But look, the squad is looking very light indeed. That's the bench. 7 places occupied. Only 2 players outside of that first team squad today. The selected squad is Mark Albrighton and Rashid Ghazel, who's back at the club after coming back. Where was he on loan last year? I don't even know. He came back from Besiktas on loan where he had quite a good spell there. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of Rashid Ghazel, but at the minute, we need him in the squad. And because of that, he is in the Premier League squad this year. So we're going to submit this team. He's hopefully someone, if we can bring somebody in, why am I not just auto-numbering that? There we go. If we can bring someone in to replace him, I'm happy to let Ghazel go because I'm not a fan of him. But you never know in game, he might surprise me. But he's enough one that hasn't really had a chance at Leicester. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Right, come on, boys. This is a big, big game today. What should we say to them? Let's just do that. And then we'll basically tell them we have faith in each and every one of them. Get some motivation in there. And hopefully today we can get 3 points at home to Crystal Palace. And we're underway here at the King Power Stadium for our second season in charge. Second season out of 3. hopefully this year, and that's a poor pass from Barnes, isn't it? What a start to the season he's had there. Hopefully this year we can get in top 4, and next year we can be in the Champions League, because that would be lovely. Chelsea beat Arsenal 2-0 in the early game, and so they've got off to a very good start indeed. Koyate gives the ball to Tielemans. Harvey Barnes loses the ball again to Daniel Amati. Of course, we sold him last year to Crystal Palace. James Justin on the ball now, looking to get the crossing. Koyate gets the ball clear. Justin again, back to Tielemans. Into Maddison. Maddison needs to line up a shot, and he does, and he bends it into the far corner. Lovely start to the game for us. 8 minutes in, and James Maddison scores probably a contender for goal of the season already. It is Leicester City 1, Crystal Palace 0. And a very good team goal here. Justin to Tielemans, lays it off nicely to Maddison. Great first touch, traps the ball nicely, and bends it into that far corner. Leicester 1, Palace 0. What a great start. It'd be nice to start. I mean, we're only 1-0 up in the first 8 or 9 minutes, but it'd be nice to go and get a nice 3 or 4-0 win, won't it, on the first game of the season? And that is a terrific start to do that. Barnes on the ball now. We have a habit, though, of scoring lots of goals in the first half and then not doing anything in the second. We did that against Fulham, 4-0 up in 15 minutes or something last year, and then we won the game 4-1. And that was a great opportunity for us to go and win 5 or 6 or something. Riedewald has a good opportunity. He's all on his own. What was the marking? What was going on with the marking there? Good save from Kasper Schmeichel. And it is still 1-0, but Palace looking dangerous now all of a sudden. Eze's ball in, cleared away from Wesley Fofana. Maddison picks up the ball, and he should have gone long and looked for Vardy over the top there, shouldn't he? 20 minutes gone here. It's been a good start to this first half. James Maddison is looking tired, which is not ideal. They're already recommending to bring him off and put Perez on, which I'm not going to do. Soyuncu looking to get on the end of that free kick, but now Palace, as they do, looking to counter-attack. Ayew coming forward now. He's just got past Tomiyasu very easy indeed. Ayew's into the box. Don't bring him down, boys. See him out. Done well to see him out. He puts the ball across. Milivojevic should have scored. It was a free header for Crystal Palace. Milivojevic should have put Palace level there. Fortunately for us, it is still 1-0. Half an hour gone here in the game, and Palace have had a couple of opportunities now. And we've got to be a bit better. We've got to be a bit more on it. We're going to demand more from the boys. Probably should do it at the end of highlight, but I'm going to do it now. Vlasic coming forward. Doing very well indeed. Sacco gets in the way of him. Barnes plays to Ndidi. Back to Tielemans. Puts the ball over the top looking for Vlasic and can't find him. Fofana into Vlasic. I still can't believe how many, looking at this, what the director of football has done to our back line, because I think we would have had a good chance at top 4 this year. And now we sorted the defence out, didn't we, tactically last year? And now we've lost 3 off the back 4. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle this year. And as much as I'm excited about Schlager, I really want to see us bring in another defender. And Ndidi on the ball loses out. 35 minutes gone. 10 minutes before half time. We haven't had a shot for about 20 minutes, boys. Probably about half an hour now. It's not been a good first half in that sense. Palace have really stopped us from playing. Tomiyasu back to Ndidi. Looks to put the ball forward. Riedewald's there. Palace are defending quite well. You've got to give him credit. Over the top to Ayew. Fofana on the ball now. To Soyuncu. Look for James Justin. He's on his own. Schmeichel, look for him. He is. Now, hopefully, Justin are pressing him well, aren't they? Justin normally bombs up that left fairly quickly and rapidly. And they're pressing James Justin, not allowing him to get in the game. He's very important for us, Justin. Vlasic coming forward. Out wide to Tomiyasu. The 2 new signings linking well. Vardy's header, and it's off the crossbar. What an opportunity that was. And a great header from Jamie Vardy. And it is still 1-0 to the Foxes. That should have been 2. So that's 2 free headers then. One for Palace, one for Leicester, which we should have scored from. But it isn't 1-0 at half-time. And hopefully, we're going to don't get complacent out there, I think is the one. Maddison's a bit demotivated. We need to have a look at his fitness, actually, because that was a bit of a concern. He seems all right now. Maybe he picked up a slight knock and he's okay. I think it would be wise to bring Perez on for him within 10 minutes, perhaps. So we'll see how it goes. Palace get us underway second half. Milivojevic back to Koyate. It'd be nice to go and get a second here. I'm feeling Palace could get a goal back into this. And end of highlight, I thought we was going to go up the other end. And I get excited when we give the ball to James Justin. I really do. Justin over on the right here, taking the throw in. Vlasic and Ndidi. Vlasic again puts a ball across, looking for Vardy and can't find him. Vlasic not having a great one again today. He's struggling to find his feet in the Premier League, isn't he? Fofana, what a challenge that was. Soyuncu on the ball now, keeping it in to prevent the Palace throw. Justin, Barnes, Maddison, lovely one-touch football from us here. Tielemans over the top to Vardy. I should have hit that first time, but Vardy does strike this time, and it's a good save by the Palace keeper, Grief. I don't know, never heard of him. Eze out to Townsend now. Palace looking to counter-attack. We know you get this from Crystal Palace. They'll soak it up, and then look to counter-attack, and Didi eventually gets it away to Daniel Amati. I thought Barnes might have got on the end of that. He didn't look like he was really sprinting all out for that, Harvey Barnes. Soyuncu to Justin, Maddison, Barnes. Come on, boys, overlap. Barnes is not on it either, is he, today? He's not had a good game. Justin, Tielemans, lovely ball into Vardy. Vardy's in. Vardy's got to score and he doesn't, and it's saved, and then Vardy hits the side netting, and maybe he should have let that go out for a corner. We're just not firing today, are we? Maddison's going to have to come off, I think. He's really struggling. Last thing we need is James Maddison to get injured. We're going to put Iosi Perez on. I'm a bit worried about Barnes as well, not playing too well. Maybe Vlasic to go over this side. Just swap him over a little bit and just see what happens. He is better as an inverted winger, isn't he? Yes, he is. Barnes will go out on the right-hand side. No, that's not his strength over there, but both of them not playing very well, so we'll look to change it up a little bit. It might change the dynamics a little bit. It's still 1-0, an hour gone, and we need the second goal, boys. Come on, Palace. I'm just worried about Palace. I think if we go 2-0 up, we'll kill them off, but I'm just worried about at 1-0. It's just such a tricky scoreline, isn't it? Vlasic on the ball now. We haven't been as fluid and creative as I'd like, but that's a good ball. Vlasic is in. Vlasic should have scored. He should be hitting the target there, Vlasic. He's on his favoured side. And, yeah, he should have scored. Sorry about the cough there. Hopefully, I remember to edit that one out. I didn't want one in game. Vlasic again, and Grief saves, and it goes out for a corner. Come on, boys, let's go and get this other goal. We really need it. It might bring Harvey Barnes off in a moment. Maybe put Pratt on and put Perez out on the right-hand side. Fofana picks up the ball. Goes all the way back to Tamiyasu, and that is end of highlight. And that's, in fact, what we are going to do. So Barnes off. We're going to put Perez out wide and bring on Dennis Pratt as well, because Pratt didn't play too much at the end of last season because of his injury. We're going to put Perez just as a winger, I think, and hopefully he can come and do a job for us out there. Perez did really well for us last year. Again, got injured and kind of cost his place in the side for a little while because it was a shame. He did play very well. Tomiyasu with a ball in, looking for Jamie Vardy, can't find him. Yuri Tielemans picks it up deep. James Justin on the ball. Justin back to Tielemans. Tielemans back to Justin. They're just playing football on their own. Here, Prayet looking over the top of Vardy. Vardy's in. Surely 2-0. It's another good save. Vardy just can't get a goal today, can he? He's hit the bar. Missed a couple of one-on-ones. We just can't get this second goal. And we are going to be made to rue these chances if we're not careful. Sacco clears it away. And it's a goal. It's a goal kick. Maybe he didn't get anything on it. It looked like he headed it out. But it is still Leicester 1, Palace 0. With 13 minutes remaining. Come on, boys. We need another goal because it's so dangerous. Here's Palace now. Mitchell to Ayew with a throw. Ayew's turned. Tomiyasu well there. Back to Eze. Eze strikes, saved. What a challenge that was from Çağlar Soyuncu to prevent Zaha getting on the end of that. That was a game-winning challenge. What a tackle from Soyuncu. He deserves man of the match just for that challenge. 7 minutes to go. Palace still knocking on the door here, although they've only had 3 shots, 1 in this second half. We're going to look to make another change. I think Chowdhury for Ndidi. Ndidi's on a yellow card. I can just see him getting himself sent off in a minute because Palace is going to be coming at us. So 4 minutes added on. We're into the 2 minutes of that now. Surely, come on, ref, blow the whistle. This should be the full-time highlight. Schmeichel out wide to Tomiyasu. Palace still pressing on us. Chowdhury. Good little football there. Iosi Perez back to Tielemans. Tielemans looking for Tomiyasu. Can't find him. But surely, ref, blow the whistle. It's over. Finally, it's over. And it should have been more comfortable than that, shouldn't it? But we've won 1-0. Good start to the season. Getting a clean sheet. And winning the game at the end of the day. And we're going to tell the lads not to get complacent there. And that win puts us up to 4th at the end of the first day of the season. Still lots of football to be played. But let's have a look then, guys, see when you will come back for us. We'll jump about 6 games, I think. So Newcastle, Everton's 3, 4, 5, 6. Blackburn at home. Let's have a look at that then. Blackburn Rovers, newly promoted side. We'll see what they're all about. So guys, if you did enjoy that, please leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new here and haven't done so already. And then when you do that, hit the little bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Catch me streaming on Twitch. I'll be streaming tomorrow night on Tuesday. Twitch.tv/ReesyFC. Come and join us over there for the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge where we're Aston Villa. So that's all fun over there. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you next time here on Reesy FC. Bye bye.